And as I was reading through your achievements, I noticed that you have achieved a number of youth groups or having the centre open one night a week. And I thought to myself, why isn't it open like 4 nights a week? And I imagine the answer is money and competing interests. Well, that's a thing that can be changed. So if youth is a focus, the best things that seem to be happening is that they have a centre where they can do what they want to do, what they're interested in. That's one. Second thing, of course, is mentoring. One of the best things that happens at Broady, as we call it, is the breakfast club and the homework club. Do you have homework clubs?
Yeah, there are a couple of different homework clubs around each of the estates.
Well, the homework clubs seem to work, one, because it gives the young people who want to get on with it a chance to learn. But the really big thing at Broadmeadows is that older people, either from their own culture or another culture, I wonder what was going to come out of there.
Massive hole back there.
Older people become mentors. If you don't want to be a committee member, one of the really important things is to become mentors, and not just people in your communities, but people outside your communities. One of the things that would be really good, I reckon, is for all the renewal committees, and all which are 19 neighbourhood and 8 communities, to actually pool their ideas, which you could easily do on a website, about what is it that's working. The other thing is ownership. It is pretty clear that you're not going to get youth participating unless they own what they're doing. And Flemington Flats, for example, I don't know whether you saw the film the other night.
Yes.
I think the fact that the young people are taking the lead, which can be very rocky, because they don't necessarily lead the way a 70-year-old would, probably that's just as well. But growing in leadership is crucial. And what is it all about? In a way, it's about young people feeling that they matter and that they have a say, which is exactly the same as it is for older people. Feeling that you matter and feeling that you have a say and you listen to. But there really are plenty of good examples. I don't want to bore you with them all today, but I think it would be a really good idea if it was organised to have a network to come forward with those ideas.
Fair enough. Are there any other questions? Oh, Stephen again.
It's not really a question, but just to support what you were saying, I'm involved with the youth space here on the estate, and I believe that the work that the current youth worker, Alyssa Walsh, is doing, because Katie Porter's gone off on maternity leave, the youth worker is doing a great job. We're engaging the youth as much as we can. We're playing basketball with them here in the youth space on Tuesday afternoon only at the moment. Ideally, I would love to see it open more than it is, but it isn't, unfortunately.
And is it just money that's stopping that?
I think so, yes, I do believe so. We have 2 youth workers, Nathan and Alyssa. Both, I think that Nathan's connected with Mitch, I could be wrong on that point. But yeah, they do a great job, and for me personally, being involved with the youth, I've had numerous members of the kids approach me in public, which has given them that confidence to actually say, well, I know this person and I can say hello to them in public. I played basketball with them over here in the basketball court, and at the moment, this was the last week because they're on holiday. So, and they've got all sorts of organisation stuff organised with the youth space. But it's a great space and something that we've got to try and expand. So, yeah.
Well, I think we're all looking forward to our roast dinner. Are there any other questions? Can you just lift your microphone? Yeah.
I lived for a very short period in public housing, but knowing the public housing 23 years before, there was a lot of change happening.
Can you just hold on a minute? I know the young people. Can we just have a bit of quiet, please? The people at the back. I know we should be drawing this to a close. There are just a couple of other questions. So if we could do those, and then we'll have a chance to meet quietly, socially. Sorry.
Knowing the public housing before 23 years, and now there was a lot of changes in security, and there is a lot of things going on. There is too many changes. Whether to do with the drugs, or whether to do with the cleaning, or whether to do with the building renovations or whatever. And also I am 100% sure that currently there is a lot of program. There is a lot of list to be done, and because the politicians always change hands, somebody comes, somebody goes. And I think this is the right time when what we only need is speed up the security wherever. There is some buildings with security in the entrance, and there is some still don't have security. And all what is needed is, I think, just speeding up what's on progress. Because next time, next person comes, and all the timetable changes.
Thank you.
I hope we will see speed up, especially on security, like the Carlton, wherever they don't have some places no security. But I see all the things are getting improving, and there is the right people in the Yarra Community Center, the information center, and the housing office, and everybody is good. We just need speed up. We are happy with it.
Thank you. Thank you for that question. That question, I think, is very important to most of you. And it was about saying that there have been a lot of improvements. But one thing that needs to be further improved is security. Now, overseas, as you may know, there have been a lot of experiments with security in big estates, and the things like issuing entry cards, things like concierges full-time, your own security services, trained of course. And just as I said earlier, when communities like yourself form your steering committees, and there you are, I lost you, and no, it's all right, I just couldn't see you. When you form these steering committees, and you have to decide what your priorities are. You've said these things are good, you've said these things are not so good, including security. And whatever you think is the answer to that, that's what your steering committee needs to push for, in partnership with all the other people affected, the agencies, local government and government. Because what government is going to say is, what are your priorities? And if security is one of your top priorities, then don't